Hey guys, what's up everyone? Stave666 here again. And today we're gonna continue with part 2 on my walkthrough on Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. Hope you guys have enjoyed my last walkthrough on Soul Reaver. I had much fun while doing it. Leave a comment and subscribe on it, you know. You guys have enjoyed it. Now we're on Soul Reaver 2 and already on part 2.
Just escaped the stronghold.
Fucking cutscene interrupting
I
me.
sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Yes, to open that crystal we need the Light Reaver first. So let me show you one thing that I used to do always when I was a kid, you know. Just basically shoot this woman. Fucking shit, if I can hit her. Fucking shit, bro. Fucking shit, bro. Hit her. Yeah, now she will come running over here. Okay, let me hit her one more time. Yeah, now she will be stuck on there, and we just can shoot her off to the water. Okay, one more time. There she goes. Yeah, when I was a kid, I always used to do this, just for fun. Let me take a few hits of my joint to prepare for the road ahead. So yeah, now that we have the Soul Reaver permanently, we can use it as a main weapon, so we can just fuck all these vampire hunters. It's riskier now that we're in the beginning of the game because we have low health. But after each time we obtain a new Reaver, the health goes up. So yeah. Yeah. See, now when the meter goes up to red, the Reaver is very aroused. Just one hit kills the enemy, but also drains you a lot of health, so I'm gonna grab a sword if I can find one. Yes. Now I'm just gonna kill some enemies off with this sword, so I can gain some souls. Okay, let me turn down this headphone level, it's fucking loud. Yeah, these cannon men are very weak, but they are basically the ranged squadron of their army, you know? Yeah, see these magical crows? This is basically Vordor that's spying on you. Which, spoiler alert, you will learn in the future. I have to say spoiler alert before I say this stuff because I'm spoiling the story of the game. Okay, here we have these dogs. First time we encounter these dogs. They're very easy to kill. Okay, we're back on full health. Just gonna keep the sword for a little longer, so I can kill these guys a little bit more satisfactorily, you know? More satisfaction out of the kill. Satisfactorily? I just invented the word, or fuck. Fucking dog. Yeah, I really like this music. If you guys notice, it has like a little polymeter. Like the drums between the melody. Dun, 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 dun. Like a 3/4 polyrhythm, something like that. So yeah, shoot me that cannonball. Whoops. Failed the both. Okay, fuck this
These
sword.
vampires had nothing in common with the
Cutscene.
deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Yes, now Raziel is starting to uncover that maybe the Seraphim aren't so noble as he thought, you know? Because in Soul River 1, he basically discovered the Seraphim tomb, you know? And he thought he was noble when he was a Seraphim, but now he's starting to discover that he was not. And he will have the fatal proof later in the game, you know, when he, spoiler alert, finds out that he was the one who killed the Nosgoth. Yeah, so he went from idolizing the Seraphim to demonizing them, you know. These are not Seraphim anymore, these are just part of Mobius' cutthroat army, you know. Okay, so now we can get rid of this sword and open this door so we can encounter Kain, because this is the door to the pillars. Now cutscene.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me?
I really love these
Mobius
cutscenes
trawls for the
from Soul River
ignorant
2.
and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the guardian Nutraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree, then, that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
That's actually perfectly possible, you know. I've seen videos on TikTok and Instagram of a guy's fucking crows from Vordor, man. Fucking get out of here, bro. Get out of here, Vordor. You too. But yeah, it's perfectly possible to land a coin on its edge. You just have to try enough times. Just like Kain said.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand. Why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little. And yet, I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn. But if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
Yes, you were intrigued by Kain's word, Raziel. Of course, he brought you in time for a reason, you know. Really like the spectral variation of this song. So now we're encountering our first Slua from Soul Reaver 2. They're pretty similar from Soul Reaver 1, you know. Just a little bit more enhanced, you know, textures-wise. And more agile, it seems. They can now jump over my Reaver. And also, in Soul Reaver 2, there are like Slua on steroids, you know. There are bigger variations of Slua, which you guys will see later. Let's continue.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Of course you're being watched, it's fucking Vorador, bro. With these fucking crows, get out of here, bro. Yeah, now we'll be entering on the subterranean ruins.
The door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
Yes, only you can open this door.
With a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
Yeah, now we're entering the subterranean ruins, which only Raziel can open, with his unique key, you know, which is the Wraith Blade. It appears that the ancients have foreseen all of this, you know. And here we have the most annoying enemies of all the game for me, you know, these fucking shadows. Now that we're on the pre-Blood Omen era, it's actually pretty chill, but when you're in the future with demons and stuff like that, it's really hard. And also they follow you to the past, so... Fuck you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this one by hand. Yeah, but now we'll be encountering an old friend, you know. You guys will see. Raziel is basically the first guy to land eyes on this place, you know, for thousands of years.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here?
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul Reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form, but if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Yeah, fuck the Elder God. Here you guys have a save point to save our progress, you know. I'm not gonna save now because I'm not gonna end the video now, you know. Not gonna... I just save when I end the video, so if I have any problems, I don't mess the video up, you know. Here, if you guys notice, there's kind of a diagram with Reaver symbols, including the ones we're gonna gain in this game and some that we're gonna gain in a later game, you know. But this one in the center is basically the Spirit Reaver symbol, you know. So yeah, let's get on with this shit. Jump into the water. You need to find a cave with the crystals. Look at this fucking guy, bro. So yeah, now we'll be traversing through the caves of the Subterranean ruins, you know, and we're gonna be leading out to the swamp, or the Black Forest as it's called. Okay, fuck these guys. Fucking shit. These guys are annoying because they take a little bit of health and you don't have any health. And they don't give you a soul back, you know. That was I was meaning to say. Okay, so now we can proceed. Basically, you need to find the caves with these crystals, you know, they show you the way. In this area is all flooded, but in other areas it's cleared, you know. There will be times in this game where we can walk in these places. For now, we just need to find the air river. This little thing in the floor, you know, which will later be used with the air river. And just go up. All the crystals. And here we have our exit to the swamp. What? Here we are.
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Yes, you will in time. That is basically a cracked seal. Okay, here we have basically in the swamp water you guys cannot walk fast, you know. You'll be able to walk fast when you get the air river. Just while possessing the air river, you guys can walk fast in the water, you know. But for now, I'm just gonna kill this guy by using projectiles. Okay, I'm low on health. I need to kill this girl. Let her come to me. Fuck shit. Yes. Okay, if you guys who don't want to be annoyed, you guys need to jump on top of these rocks, you know, because if you guys go through the water, it's slow as hell. Vordor.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
Yes, so now we found who's been spying on us, which is basically the ancient vampire Vorador. Not with bad intent, you know, he's basically just curious about Raziel. He basically has his doubts if Raziel is the instrument of the Pillar's destruction or if he's the tool to restore the Pillars, you know. He's actually neither one of them, you know. Yeah, this combo is always the best, like throw the enemies to the air and then a normal combo. Like 2 slashes with the strong attack and then a normal combo with the weak attack and they go down pretty easily. Another one. Didn't even touch me. So yeah guys, here we have the save point of the swamp. It's where we're gonna end this episode, guys, because it's already like 30 minutes long. Hope you guys have enjoyed part 2 of my Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 walkthrough, and see you guys on the next episode. Like and subscribe and do all that shit. See you guys on the next episode. Bye.